There'll be a lot of memories from this conference. Hopefully you got a lot. I know I did out of this. And I know one of the things that I'll reflect back on for this conference is that thing we celebrated, 30 years. 30 years of partnerships that we've enjoyed with all of you. Now, I've had the privilege to have been now with this company for 2/3 of that. I'm embarking on my 20-year anniversary at this company. And it is funny when I catch up with an old friend or an old family member and you update each other on life. And I'll say, yeah, I've been working for this company called PDS, been there for 20 years. The natural reaction I get to that is, why are you working for the same company for 20 years? And we all have choices in where we work. Now, my simple reaction to that is, they haven't fired me yet. That's not what I say. Now, it'd be easy to go into the PDS commercial and talk about all the great things PDS does. We do things from desktop to data center. We help people design, implement, manage, support, and retire IT assets, intellectual property across the board, yada, yada, yada. But what I thought I'd do as we close out here today is answer that question for you. But I'm going to take off the PDS hat and answer that just as John Miller, a regular guy, public citizen. How am I a beneficiary of the work that we all collectively do? So 6 years ago last week, my wife and I welcomed into this world our third daughter, our beautiful baby Claire. And this was a coordinated scheduled delivery that we had with Freighter Health and Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. We had found out during her pregnancy that she was going to have a fight for her life in our hands. She was going to be born with 4 heart defects. So the care plan was for her to be born at Freighter Hospital, to then be received by Children's Hospital so that they could keep her alive long enough to build up her strength enough to do the operations for her and give her a chance at life. But on her second day of life, she flatlined. Her heart stopped working. It goes without saying that's the hardest thing that any parent can have to hear. And I remember at that moment, just my wife and I, we both just collapsed. We literally fell to our knees. And within seconds, literally within seconds, there was no shortage of 20 people who were by Claire's side doing everything they could to get her back. And after just short of 1 hour, they were able to sustain a regular heartbeat again. And after a long journey, that baby girl just celebrated her 6th birthday last week. I am forever grateful to those physicians for saving her life that day. Now, months later, she got home, and some months after that, I was back at Children's Hospital again. But this time not as a dad, I was actually there as a PDS guy. Children's Hospital is a phenomenal partner of ours. We were out there for a quarterly business review. So you can imagine how hard it was to go back out there again. You re-experience everything, all the emotions come back, and we tried to keep my dad hat off that day and just be there as a PDS guy because we had a job to do that day. And what was interesting is that being there as a PDSer, I actually saw things a little bit differently that I didn't see when I was there as a dad before, in reflecting on her cardiac arrest. As a dad, I remember 20 people coming to her side in an instant. But as a PDSer, I actually saw how that happened. How within seconds, all these people were alerted of an emergent situation and responding to her immediately. How all these people were rushing down the hallway with all this wearable technology on, and there wasn't a millisecond of time that they weren't communicating with each other. I remember all these cows, these computers on wheels that were wheeling down the hallway and ultimately were by her side that were diagnosing her current situation, looking at her history, helping people collaborate. And I thought right then and there how thankful I was to Children's IT department for saving my daughter's life. And I know that every single person on that team knows that that's what their purpose is. That's what their charter is. And I started thinking back to our PDS healthcare team and how proud I am of them because I know that they know that that's their job too. Not to sell technology to Children's Hospital, but to integrate it in a way with the IT department that they can save patients' lives. Then I reflect on last month. This will get easier now. My 3 girls now, ages 10, 8, and 6, they all returned to school last month at Monona Grove School District. And I'm so thankful that they're in this district where they have these wonderful teachers who devote their professional career to raising up these students from an academic standpoint. But I'm also very thankful for the district to have a strong business services group and an IT department who ensures that instructional technology is playing a pivotal role in increasing learning standards. And then I start thinking about our PDS education team and the work that we did over this last summer to deploy thousands of devices so every student, every instructor could have technology at their fingertips. How we put in this robust wireless network to make sure that data could be accessed and flowed. But the most important thing about all of this was that it was one strategy between us and the district with one common goal of improving student outcomes. And finally, I'm blessed. Each and every night I get to come home to my beautiful bride and 3 beautiful daughters. I get to walk into a warm home, have a warm cooked meal. At the end of the night, I can kick back and watch a Disney princess movie or a football game. I got to get my man card back here. But you know what? I don't have to think about any of that. I can just take all of that for granted. And I think about our friends at Alliant Energy and their IT department who make that a reality for countless families across the Midwest every day. And I think about our team at PDS and the work that we've done in partnership with that IT team over 20 years to help make sure they can keep the lights on. So why do I work at PDS for 20 years? It's because of all of that. We've never, ever lost sight of our purpose. Your purpose is our purpose. And we all recognize that you all service great human needs. And it's our responsibility to make sure we can align technology in a way that allows you to service those needs in an epic fashion. Whether it's improving patient care or saving patients' lives or improving instructional effectiveness or improving student outcomes or keeping the lights on, your goals are our goals. And every ounce of who we are, everything that we do, is how to help you achieve those goals. So our simple ask of you today as you leave this conference is this: bring us to the table. Share with us your vision, your goals, your ideas for what's possible, and allow PDS to be a guide and a partner for you in that journey, helping you possibly even raise the expectations of yourself to achieve more, helping you assess your strengths and your weaknesses, helping you integrate the right technology the right way, giving you support when you need it, and ultimately helping you reach new heights. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening.